Ollie, an exciting day. Wrap it up with getting Zach Carroll from Michigan State. What intrigued you about him as a possible pick?
We really like Zach. First and foremost, he's a really good young man. And we really think he'll fit well within the locker room and in our environment. So we're excited to have him. He's a guy that we've been watching for some time now. We think he had a really good combine as well, and we saw how he stacked up against that competition. So we're excited to get him in preseason, get him going, fitting in our style of play. So good pick for us.
When you think about the day as a whole, both picks that you guys had in the first and second round, both defenders, obviously one would look at that and say that was an area that you guys felt like you needed to address a little bit coming into the draft.
Yeah, I think that we were looking at it not just, looking at our roster right now and what guys we could bring in within this draft, but we really looked at it as a broader group. And so when you look at the homegrown players that we signed in the offseason, all those guys were midfielders and forwards. And so to be able to select two defenders, and we look at that entire group, it's really, really well balanced in terms of forwards, midfielders, and defenders.
I know the first round pick wasn't here, but having an opportunity to see Zach up close and personal and that really kind of glow and smile on his face has to make it special for you as the one who makes the pick.
Yeah, it was great. When Jesse and I were at the draft table, we said one of the things, this is the first time we actually got to meet, the draft pick at the draft. So it was really cool. We know it's a special moment for a lot of these young men to be drafted and to be able to see them, to be able to, to see their smiles on their faces. It's really rewarding for us as well. So we're all working hard and grinding it out, but those are the really special moments.
Not to take you down memory road too much, but you were a part of this draft coming out of college, the overall number 2 selection. What do you remember from that day, and what can you kind of tell a young player like Zach Carroll dealing with things going through the afternoon?
Yeah, so this is my 10th draft. I spent 1 as a player, 7 as a league office executive, and this is my second as a club executive. So, I think from a player's perspective, they're a little bit nervous. They don't really know who they're going to be drafted, when they're going to be drafted, but you really just want to relax. And, now forward, they just got to come ready to go out and compete. So it's going to be a tough, long road ahead. It's a process, but they should be ready to play, and we'll get them going.
I know between you and Jesse, you guys have spoke at length about always trying to be on the same page. I'm sure there's some disagreement somewhere along the way, but the two of you seem to be working so well in unison with really a defined goal as to what the direction of the organization is.
We have very similar philosophies. We have very similar values, and so a lot of times we debate each other on a lot of different things, but we actually end up, we're saying the same thing. So we're on the same page. We're aligned, and that's essential in terms of winning and creating the right environment.
When you think about it, obviously it seems like just the other day, the 2015 season wrapped up, which was so successful for you guys. The offseason goes quick. The expectations going into preseason camp and training camp for 2016.
Yeah, we've been planning for the offseason for some time, but it is a bit of a challenge, when it ends so quickly and then it starts so quickly. But we're excited. We're all very competitive. We've been working hard the last month. It'll be a tough season, but we want to be stronger. We want to be better than we were last season.
How excited were you to learn of Matt being pulled back into the national camp and Luis, well-deserved after his year in MLS?
I think those guys deserved it. They had really good years, both talented players. I hope they do really well. I hope they continue to get called into camps. I think that's a very special honor for a player to be called in to represent his country. So we're very supportive of Matt and Luis and happy for those guys. And hopefully it goes very well for them.
And then finally, just the day as a whole, sitting there at the table, waiting till the 18th pick in the first round, waiting till the 18th pick in the second round. You gotta have to have an opportunity to really digest what everybody else is doing. But being here on draft day again, it is a special day for Major League Soccer and for the Red Bulls and the players that you selected.
Yeah, I think the SuperDraft is great for the league. It's great for the Red Bulls. It's a lot of fun. I love it. We enjoy it. You get a chance to consume a lot of data, a lot of information. You're looking at different players. You're projecting when players are going to get drafted, where they're going to go. Is there going to be a trade? You have a lot of those conversations. For me, it's a lot of fun. So difficult, but a lot of fun.